God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast.
Ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the...
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the Yassi, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie. This flex know they ready. See, we were not to ride nobody way. We're the ones who started with it. Translation: Yanni had to buy Yanni at Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it. That's how you know we lit. Grrr.
Trust, me taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Jans Jones from the dust. Big dog with your leash. Where's the love in the streets? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when we ready, me hit it.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Green Bay Packers and the Denver Broncos. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And the Mile High air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throw left side complete. That's Williams. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. He'll get this up to about the 44. The Broncos sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It's complete to Williams. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. First down, here's the run with Cook. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Extra receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses. Yeah,
you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Rodgers now on first down. Steps away to his left. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
On play action, Rodgers. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this past the 20-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing is Wilson. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Eluding the pressure right. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
This is taken at the 15. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Throwing now is Rodgers. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Rodgers now on first down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On the counter, here's Williams. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Rolling to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Williams. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now Wilson. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Wilson to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 23. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now.
He's got a man complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. To throw is Rodgers. Dancing to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson. His 2nd touchdown of the game. His 3rd on the year. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Williams going to get it again on second down. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing second and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like second and impossible. Now has him within throwing range of a first down.
And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wilson. Buying time to his left. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Second and 5. Here's Wilson. Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 35. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple...
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
After the interception, here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field run and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
A toss to the wide side. This is Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at second and long. Now it's Wilson. That's taken in by Dulcich. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Fourth down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal. The kick by McManus is good. So that, Charles, season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it. And he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. In motion, the tight end. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Up the middle, it's Williams. And a solid run down inside the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Play action. Now Wilson. He's got Dulcich going across the formation. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And the tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
36 pounds.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now it's Wilson. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. The kick by McManus is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense, get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Rodgers' throw finds its target, Dobbs. 7 yards there and a first down. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's Rodgers on third down. Going deep downfield for Ross. It got his man complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Cook running right. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real. And I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players. But you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Here's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Dalvin Cook, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers might be moving closer to an elusive 2nd win of the year as they extend that 4th quarter lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Fairbairn set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high power. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. To the 43, 2nd down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 56 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Again, it's Williams. Down to about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Packers, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Denver, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers.